Now, authorities in Iowa are digging into a school shooter's social media looking for clues as to what triggered his deadly rampage. The 17-year-old gunman killed a sixth grader. He wounded 5 other people, too.
Now we're learning the moments before the teen opened fire. He's believed to have taken a TikTok video from inside the school's bathroom with a duffel bag and the words, "Now we wait." That video has since been taken down. We have blurred his face because it's believed he went on a deadly shooting rampage right after this. Friends of the shooter say they think they know why he did it.
He got tired of the bullying. He got tired of the harassment. We tried to be there when he needed us, which clearly we weren't there for him enough.
This isn't the first time a school shooting has been linked to an alleged shooter who may have been bullied.
News4JAX reporter Marilyn Parker has been looking into this alarming trend and how social media plays a role.
Reports out of Iowa say the 17-year-old school shooter made several social media posts in and around the time of the shooting, including one that morning on TikTok. He's believed to be inside a school bathroom posing with a blue bag. The post caption, "Now we wait." It's chilling, and some wonder what if this post was immediately reported. So that's what I asked a Jacksonville University law and communication professor. Is there anything that social media companies can do to prevent these situations from happening?
So social media companies are using artificial intelligence to flag. Also, users can report content for flagging, but that requires either an artificial intelligence review or a human review, and that takes time. So when those posts come very quickly relative to the event, it's very unlikely that we would have known enough to stop it from happening.
The Social Media Victims Law Center says social media platforms can prevent some school shootings by changing their algorithms to prioritize nonviolent or provocative content, use screening systems to remove illegal, violent content and threats without displaying it, and alerting authorities when detecting illegal content. The Law Center says social media platforms will never accept responsibility until they're forced to through litigation. We're also learning the shooter may have been bullied, but a motive for this shooting may never be confirmed. StopBullying.gov says 1 in 5 students ages 12 to 18 experience bullying nationwide. The Pew Research Center says nearly half of U.S. teens have experienced cyberbullying.
Bullying was something that it was terrible, but it was between the hours of the school day, maybe a couple of hours after school. Now it's 24/7 with the internet.
Theresa Rulin, the president and CEO of Child Guidance Center, says we have to pay attention to the foundation and the support system around the child. You wonder if someone would have intervened earlier if they found out he was bullying, then maybe this shooting wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. I always want to encourage parents, teachers, any adults in the picture to pay attention to any changes in behavior.
Everyone around children can pick up those behavior changes. A cyber safety consulting group says school resource officers can be trained on leakage or a plan coming out on social media. Have you seen leakage work in schools?
Yes. There's data out there that says that through this training, they are identifying potential threats and shutting them down before they ever happen.
So Marilyn, one thing we really haven't talked about is how the 17-year-old shooter even got his hands on gun.
Right, and as of right now, we still don't know. But here's what we do know. Everytown for Gun Safety just released its latest statistics yesterday, and it scores every U.S. state on the strength of its gun laws compared to the rate of gun violence. So out of all 50 states, Iowa ranked 31 on that list. It scored a 15.5, which Everytown categorizes as weak. However, Iowa scored 11.3 when it comes to gun violence, which Everytown says is near the national average. And for comparison, California had the highest gun safety law score of 89.5, and Arkansas had the lowest with just a score of 3. Nice. So how does that compare to their gun violence rates? Well, according to Everytown, California's gun violence rate is 8.7, while Arkansas's is among the highest in the nation at 22.1. Some alarming numbers there.
They are alarming. And I think for all of us in our area, we want to know Florida and Georgia, where do we rank on these lists?
Yep, we have that list as well. So overall, Florida ranks 22nd for the gun law strength, according to Everytown. And that puts us in the category of missing key laws. Everytown rates Florida as a 27.5 for gun law strength, and that's considered weak. But our crime rate is comparable to the national average. The same cannot be said for Georgia, which was among the lowest on the list. And Georgia ranked 46 out of 50 for gun law strength with a score of just 5. But remember, that's only 2 points above Arkansas, which is ranked as the worst state by Everytown. And Georgia's crime rate is a 20, which is worse than average. And Everytown says, according to its research, if more states followed the top-ranked California's examples on those gun laws, nearly 300,000 lives could be saved over the next decade.
Yeah, and sir, we've been reporting even this week, in the first week of this new year, how gun violence has injured or killed young people here. When I talked to Mayor Deegan here in Jacksonville yesterday, she was saying, hey, let's talk about it. It's the elephant in the room. It's guns. And there certainly is that component, obviously, what we're talking about with what happened there in Iowa at the school.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Marilyn, thank you.
Yep.